let's roast a chicken. I am going to go ahead and prep this for dinner and get it cooked, and then that way I can just reheat it when my husband gets home. So this is an air-chilled chicken. In my opinion, they have the best flavor. And I'm going to roast this one kind of Italian style with some Italian seasoning and some other goodies. So the first thing I'm going to start off with doing is, and this board is just for the chicken, but the first thing I'm going to start off with is seasoning it on the inside. And don't worry, this container does get washed after I'm done. This is a mixture of pink Himalayan salt, ground black pepper, paprika, and some granulated garlic. The second thing that I'm going to put inside is a little bit of Italian seasoning. Just a little bit. Give it a little flavor, because you have to season the inside just as much as the outside. Then I'm going to put in some onion, which I'm going to just cut over here real quick, and then I'll show you. And I am, per usual, dehydrating. Today we're making some banana chips, so if you guys hear the noise in the background, that's what that is. I'm going to quarter these onions, and I'm just going to put them right into the cavity of the chicken. And I think I'm just going to do one because I have some other stuff that I want to stuff this with, and I want to make sure there's enough room. The next thing I'm going to put inside is some garlic cloves. And I'm just going to peel them and put them in whole. That beeping is my oven. I'm preheating the oven to 400 degrees. So it's ready. And I'm just going to do 3 cloves inside. Okay. And then I have some fresh sage from my garden. And I'm going to put some of that inside. And that's what that looks like. It smells really, really good. Really pungent. Okay, so we're going to put that in. And then the last thing I like to put inside the cavity is lemons. I usually either put some Meyer lemons from our tree, which aren't quite ready yet, or I put some preserved Meyer lemons that I make, and I'm totally out of those. I need to make some more. So instead I've got a lime that I've washed, and I'm just going to put the lime in place of the lemon, and I'm just going to cut that into quarters also. Okay. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. Okay, then I'm also going to put a pat of butter on the inside. Okay, and I know a lot of people like tie up the legs when they roast it, but I find that it roasts just as well like this, so this is totally fine. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to separate the skin from the breast, and you have to be a little bit gentle. It's okay if it tears, but I try to keep it intact if I can. As much as I can. Okay, then I'm going to get some more butter, and that is going to go underneath the skin between the chicken breast meat and the skin. And I'm going to put a pat on each side. Like that. And then kind of squish it around so it distributes a little bit. Okay. Then, this towel is just for my chicken hands. Okay. Then, I have some olive oil, and we're going to First, actually, I'm going to stick this chicken into the pan that I'm roasting it in. This is just a really nice, large, round roasting pan. Okay, so I'm going to put the chicken in here. Okay, then I'm going to take olive oil and I'm going to drizzle it fairly liberally all over the chicken. Okay. Then I'm going to take some more of my salt and pepper and paprika and garlic mixture, and I'm going to take some more of the Italian seasoning, a good amount, and I'm going to massage this bird all over with all of that seasoning. And I can tell that I'm going to want a little bit more, so I'm going to put a little bit more of that, of both of those. Okay, that should do it. And make sure you get the wings and the legs and the backside so that everything is going to be just full of flavor. Okay, can you guys see how that looks? Okay, then I'm going to wash my hands really quick. We're going to chop up some stuff to go around the chicken. I have 4 washed russet potatoes, and I'm going to cut those into quarters the long way, and I'm going to put them with the white side down so that the peel side is facing up. Usually I just cut them in half, but this bird is so big I need them a little bit smaller so that they can fit in there okay with everything else. Okay, last potato. Okay, then I'm going to chop up just a little bit of sage to put on the top also. And I'm not going to do too much sage on the top, just a little bit. Okay, a nice little sprinkle of that all over. And then I have a head of cabbage that I washed and I quartered, but this pan is getting full, so I'm going to need to actually cut it a little bit smaller than what I had originally planned on. And then I'm just going to put that around. Actually, you know what? No. I'm going to do that in a minute. First, I'm going to put around the onions and the garlic. So I'm going to quarter some onions. And peel them and put them around. Okay. These are so good when the potatoes and the onions and garlic get really caramelized and they get really sweet. And I have to do a good amount of onions because in my family we fight over them. They're so good. Let's do another one. got one more I think I'm going to go ahead and do. And I like this dinner because it's like a one-pot dinner. You have your protein, you have your vegetables. I know that there's potatoes in there, but if someone wanted to, they could also cook rice, and that's really good when you put the chicken over the rice and drizzle some of the juice that it makes over some buttered rice. Really, really delicious. I think tonight I'm just going to do the potatoes though. Okay. Got the onions in. Let's do some garlic. And I'm just throwing in the whole cloves after I peel them. And these are really nice big garlic cloves. Garlic gets super, super sweet also when it's roasted. And it's not strong like it normally would be. It's just really mellow and sweet and delicious. Let's do some more garlic. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and finish all of these garlics. Okay. This place that does these chickens, it's a local place, and then they sell them to the grocery store, but they're from around my area, and they're really the best chicken I've ever had. They're really plump and juicy, and they air chill them. They're all organic, you know, no bad stuff in them. They're priced decently. Usually that kind of quality stuff like that is sky high, but this farm really prices them fairly. Okay, and one more garlic. Okay, last one in. And now we're going to put in the cabbage. And like I said, I was wanting to do just like 4 big wedges, but we're going to have to make it just a little bit smaller to fit. And actually, I don't think I'm going to be able to fit the entire head of cabbage in. I think I'm going to get like maybe half of it or a little bit less. It's going to be just a little bit less than half the cabbage. But the rest of it won't go to waste. I'll still cook that up with something else. Okay. And I don't want to bury the chicken. Really, I should have just put the cabbage underneath the chicken. That would work best. Anyway, we'll just tuck it up like that now. Okay. There we go. I don't want to bury the chicken. Okay, and then the last thing is, these are some green beans from last summer that we grew and I had in the freezer, and I'm just going to throw some of these around. You don't even have to defrost them because they're going in the oven, so they're going to defrost and cook and be beautiful as well. It was hard when I was picking these last summer because I wanted to just eat them as I was picking them. But I managed to save some. Okay, I'm not going to use all of them either because I don't, like I said, I don't want the chicken to be covered. But you know what? I'm actually going to take this chicken out for a minute. And I think I am going to use all of the green beans. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a bed for the chicken and then put put it on there. There we go. Okay, that'll work. Okay. Make sure all that stuff is in place and the butter is... Okay, and then I know we did olive oil on the top, but I am going to do a little bit of butter spread on the top as well. Just to make sure it's extra good. Okay, so got the butter. And I'll do just a little bit more Italian seasoning. I love doing this Italian seasoning even on like chicken thighs with salt and Italian seasoning, not even pepper, just salt and Italian seasoning. It's so good. Okay, let me wash my hands up. I'm going to actually cover this for the first part of the baking process, or the roasting process, and then when it's cooked, I'll take it off for just the last little bit, because that's just some water I'm putting in. I'll take it off for the last little bit so the skin will get really nice and crisp, okay? So I'm going to put this lid over it. Let me show it to you real quick so make sure you guys can see. Okay, put the lid over it. I'm going to bake it at 400 degrees until the juices run clear and the meat is cooked. And I will bring you back when I pull it out of the oven so you can see how it looks fresh out of the oven. I'll see you in a little bit. Hey guys, I wanted to show you what I decided to do with the rest of the cabbage that I had after I prepped that chicken. I have a little over a half a cabbage left, and so I'm going to slice it and make cabbage steaks. These are so good. My mom taught me about these. And you just cut the cabbage about this thick, a couple inches, lay them down flat on a baking sheet. And I'll just serve this up with the chicken tonight also. So you lay it down flat like that, and then I've got just a little tiny baby one here. I'll lay them this way, I think. And then I've got just like this little baby one's kind of falling apart, but it'll still work. Okay, then extra virgin olive oil, put some over the top. Okay, and then my mixture of Himalayan pink salt, ground black pepper, granulated garlic, and paprika. Just do a nice amount of seasoning. And this might look like a lot, guys, but it doesn't, it's not going to be super salty because it's got the other flavors also, so it'll be just fine. And then that's it. You just stick these in the oven and bake them until they're tender and they start to get caramelized on top. They're really delicious, really delicious. So I'll be back when the chicken and these come out of the oven and we'll see how everything looks. See you in a little bit. Hey guys, I just wanted to show you what the cabbage steaks look like when they came out of the oven. You can see that they've gotten caramelized around the edges, and when I poke a fork through them, they're nice and tender. So that's what they look like, and the chicken will be ready in just a little while, so I'll bring you back for that. Hey guys, I just wanted to give you a peek at what the chicken looks like. It's about halfway through the roasting period, and I don't think I'm actually going to have to reheat it for dinner because my husband's on his way home now, so I think it'll time out good. But I'll show it to you once the skin's all crisped up and fresh out of the oven at the very end. So anyway, here's a sneak peek halfway through. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, here is the final look when it has come out of the oven. The chicken is totally cooked, the veggies are tender and caramelized, the meat's cooked, the juices ran clear, and I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this or not, but when I tap the skin in real life, you can like hear it crackle, so it's nice and crispy. So the final step will be plating this up, and I'll be right back to show you that. Okay guys, here's the finished product. This is a piece of the chicken breast with the wing attached, our cabbage steak. I put the lime on there because you can actually eat the whole thing. It's tender and juicy. the green beans. There's some more cabbage that was roasted in the pot. There's a little piece of garlic right next to the onion. There's the caramelized onion and the potatoes, and then I put some juice over all of it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for joining me, and please remember to always leave your paw print of good in this world.